Hi, Tony. It's Amanda. It was great to talk with you just now. All right. So, like I had said, I saw your advertisement in Home Concepts and went ahead and did a full audit on your entire Google/slash internet presence and want to jump right in here and explain to you this whole process, how it works, what the competition is doing, how your performance is, and then what can be done. Okay. So, let's just jump right in here. All right, so when your future customers are going to Google and they are searching for the services that you offer, for example, up here I've got exterior remodeling in Bellevue. I know Bellevue is one of your service areas, and that is definitely one of the hot zones. Um, so I went ahead and started there. Now, the first thing that's going to come up in the search results to your customers is this section here. Now, this is the Google Map Pack. Ideally, we want businesses to be in one of these top three spots because this is what is immediately shown upon the results coming back for the searcher. Um, I did take a look, and of course, you guys do have a Google business page, and that's right here. Now, a couple of things. So, the first thing that sticks out to me is the reviews. The reviews are wonderful. That's absolutely great. You just need more of them. So there is a pretty simple process on what we can do to generate more reviews to your Google business page to in turn, of course, with the objective here being to rank as high as we can in this map pack section that we were just talking about. Now, again, reviews were just the first thing. Couple of other things. So, photos. You've got really good photos on here. Having additional photos that are geotagged correctly will help your Google business page immensely as well. And then the third thing are citations. Now, what a citation is anytime that your business name, address, and telephone number are listed on Google, Google issues you a citation for that. What you want to do is determine how many your number one competitor has, and you want to roughly beat them out by about 50. And the reason for that is, of course, again, once more, the objective being to rank as high as you can. And then once you get to, a high ranking, you want to be able to maintain that spot. So that's why it's really important to create a bit of a gap between you and your number one competitor so that you can not only outrank them, but can maintain your spot. So, that's the Google business page. So let me just go back just one page and just explain something to you. So like I was saying, the first thing that's going to be seen upon search results is this Google Map Pack section. Now this section is important because this is where 30% of your Google business comes from. However, what's even more important is just below this section, and that's called the organic listings. Now, the reason that this is even more important is because this is where 70% of your business from Google is going to come from. 9 times out of 10, anybody searching for a product or a service, like I was saying to you on the phone, picks up their phone or goes on, their computer and types in what it is that they need into Google. One of the companies in the Google Map Pack, like I listed up here. But even more likely, they're going to go with one of the businesses listed down here in the organic section, okay? So that's why it's really important to rank as high as you can for not only your Google business page in this section up here, but for your website as well down here. Now, what I went ahead and did next was I pulled your website, and then I also pulled your number one competitor for the area's website. And we're just going to talk about what they've got going on, what you've got going on, and then we can talk about performance. So here is your website. It's absolutely beautiful, like I was saying on the phone. Great great images. It's very aesthetically pleasing. It was well built out. The first thing that I notice that stands out to me, well, actually, let me explain to you what Google does. What Google does 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is they crawl the internet. Now, what I mean by that is it's essentially an audit of Google of every single website that's on the internet. And what they're doing is they're looking for two very important pieces of information. Number one, they're looking for command content. So command content is all of this. It's every single word that's included on your homepage. What they're looking to have embedded within that content are organic keywords. Now, what an organic keyword is the phrases that people enter into Google. So again, exterior remodeling Bellevue, roofing services, roofing replacement, Bellevue, Seattle, Kent, Kirkland, all of those phrases. So again, embedded within your command content that's on your site, you want to have those organic keywords embedded throughout. Now, what this enables Google to do is Google gets a person obviously jumping on their search engines, types in these keywords. What they do is they take the search phrase, they match it, they see, okay, looks like Lifetime Exterior has exactly what the customer is looking for, and then they match the two of you up. So that's how you gain massive amount of traffic to your site, okay? Now, I did run the numbers and it looks like you're running at about 633 words, which is great. But like I was saying before, Google wants to see 1,500 words of command content. Like I said, I went ahead and not only pulled your website, but I determined who your number one competitor for the area was, and then I pulled their site as well. And that is, well, any day now it should be coming. Well, this is Pacific Exteriors is your number one competitor for the Bellevue area. The reason why I went with the Bellevue area is because, again, that's where a ton of the traffic is. And now I like your site better, the way that it looks, immediately upon coming in. Yes, they do have, animated images and so forth, and that's wonderful. It just doesn't look as crisp and clean as your site. So in my opinion, you definitely have a leg up on them as far as that goes. Now, what they do have going for them is they've got a lot of those organic keywords that I was talking to you about embedded within their content. So that's really critical, and that is key, of course, into linking up with the people that are searching and essentially being able to bring in all the traffic. So what I went ahead next and did was I pulled my web crawler program. So what that means is that this is live data from Google. And I'm not sure why Google is struggling so bad right now. Usually it's instantaneous. Okay, so I pulled my web crawler program, and what I went ahead and did was I plugged in your site first, I plugged in theirs next, and we can kind of go over the comparison of what each site is doing. So now the first thing I want to explain to you in this data here is your UR and your DR. Now what this is this is your power factor rating that's assigned by Google. This is your trust factor rating assigned by Google. These two numbers here are determined by your backlinks. Now what a backlink is essentially a shout out from another website to yours. There's a link from another site that takes the trafficker from their site to yours. So these are really important because this is number one, what backlinks do is they give you power. Number two, they give you credibility. And number three, they bring you exposure. So these are really important in empowering your site. Now, the second part of this are the organic keywords. These are crucially important. These are what I just talked about as far as the search terms that are being entered on Google. Obviously, the reason that this is so important is because this is, again, what is going to allow Google to bring you and your searching customers together. Once they see that you have the content on your site and those organic keywords to match up with what the person is searching for, this is what is going to drive and drive your ranking up, essentially, and boost your traffic, your exposure, everything. This is what gets you to the top, are these backlinks and these keywords. So now currently, with everything considered that we just talked about, you've got an organic traffic rating of 61. Now what that means is that 61 folks on a monthly basis are traveling to your site. Okay. Um, Now, like I said, I went ahead and pulled Pacific Exteriors as well. Just really quickly wanted to show you what a performance for a website that is fully optimized and has all of the SEO factors in place, what it's doing for them. So again, here's your power factor rating, here's your trust factor rating. They're running at about 500 backlinks. Now, this is one of the biggest crucial differences between your site and theirs. Again, what did we have? 92 for you guys, and they are running at 755 words. So they've got 755 of those search phrases and terms embedded within the content of their site. Again, like I was saying, that is really important. Alongside of those powerful backlinks. So with everything considered that they've got going on with their site, they've got an organic traffic rating of 967. So just as a reminder, what that means is that 967 folks are going to Google searching for the exact same services in the exact same areas that you guys offer. And what's essentially happening is that 967 folks are seeing their site because they're ranked really high, seeing their site, going to their site, retaining their services, getting additional information, whatever the case may be. The bottom line here is that that is a big difference, and that is a ton of traffic to be missing out on. Just as a reminder, one more time, we've got 61 folks traveling to your site. We've got 967 traveling to their site. Now, there is no reason that this site and their ranking and their traffic is not beatable. There's many things that can be done to optimize and have a good SEO plan for your site. Obviously, again, like we discussed, the overall objective here, of course, would be to outrank Pacific Exteriors for their positioning on Google. You would build up, of course, at first. We would get you on the first page, and then we would continue to progress and move forward with the ultimate goal of being to outrank and then stay outranked for this Pacific Exteriors. Obviously, outranking them would, of course, then take over all of the traffic that's coming to their site. And also, like we were discussing before with the Google business page, optimizing that with the 3 suggestions that I had given to you would boost your rankings there. So then at the end of the day, both the Google Map Pack up here and then the organic listings here, having you highest ranked on both of these is the overall goal. And that's what, with the optimizations and the SEO campaign in place would do for your business. Again, you have an absolutely beautiful site. It's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. Unfortunately, it's just missing, the key components to get it to rank as, obviously expand its potential to the maximum. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's kind of, there's a lot of variables obviously that go into it, and it's a process, of course. However, it is a very lucrative, and it's, in my opinion, one of the best investments that you can make to your company. Because the bottom line here is that paying for ads is great in the immediate and short term, because I'm sure that you generate leads and so forth, and that's great, especially if your return of investment is good with the ad. But what happens when you stop running the ad, right? Those leads and that traffic goes away. The other factor here is that you own lifetimeexteriorsolutions.net. That is a piece of real estate. It is a digital real estate property. So investing in something that you own and growing your business, this route is crucially important. So yeah, thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video. I hope it brought you great value, and I would absolutely love to work with you moving forward and grow Lifetime Exteriors to its highest capability. I don't foresee any reason at all whatsoever that the maximum growth, it's endless essentially, couldn't be achieved. So again, Tony, thank you so much. I really appreciate the conversation that we had earlier, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch the video, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.